Rough night, sir?
One of the many, unfortunately.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir.
My nights are endless. Oh,
Yeah,
endless.
we can see that. Do you suffer from insomnia, sir?
Hello everyone, and welcome to a very surreal looking little game called Bird of Passage. And I'm here with Amy today, remotely.
Hello.
Because of the state of the world at the moment, she can't actually join me physically, but let's do this. It's something to do with being a taxi driver and the conversations you have with people. The end. I don't know any more than that. And that's our little car. Been living here for a long time, but this does not mean I know where I want to go just yet.
Oh, there's a second voice. Are you from Tokyo?
Oh, Tigger. Yes, I am in a way. I come from a lost version of Tokyo. Silent Hill much.
Why does it look like there's a disco going on inside his car?
It really does. It really does.
How do you mean lost?
Literally, the city in which I was born is not on a map any longer. That version of Tokyo disappeared into a void. Silent Hill! There are witnesses that can confirm this.
I see. What kind of witnesses?
The dead. Witnesses that have seen and experienced the devastation that took place.
You mean survivors like you?
Maybe, but they belong in a museum. I don't.
Do you mean old things?
They are no longer just things. They have been reshaped by history. Now they're artifacts. They carry a story. We've got a mummy in the back of the car.
What is that?
One witness is still alive, actually. Where's he turning with this car?
Oh my god. What's happening? Is it?
What was that we drove over? That was some leaves. It is.
Can you keep a living witness in a museum?
It is not in a museum. This one is a tree.
What is happening? A tree? What kind of tree?
Not just any tree. A moving tree.
It's a moving tree. Huh? What do you mean, a moving tree?
In my time, in my Tokyo, it was, why am I reading this out? Haratsubushi. Then the earthquake hit. Hiratsubashi. Then the earthquake hit, leveled everything to the ground. The tree stood, its roots anchored deeply in the ground, its erratic branches reaching towards the sky. A thick cloud of smoke covered its crown. It burned. It survived.
I see. And it did not stay there, you say?
When they started rebuilding the city, the tree was transplanted. Today, in your Tokyo, you'll find it in Otomachi. It took me some time to locate it. I recognized it from the scars it still carries. We speak the common language of the survivors.
Next time I'm in that area, I'll make sure to visit it.
You can go now if you want. I think I'm done for the night. Bear was out of a moving car.
Are you sure?
Yes, thank you for asking.
Shall I pull over here? What? What's happening?
No need, I'll just disappear at the back of the car. Yes, please.
Oh, I was the driver, and you were the person in the back.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Give my best to the Jinko when you see it.
Will do.
They speak like they know what the fuck that is. What on earth is that?
Well, that explains the strange conversation.
Is he just riding around in taxis?
I must tell my story to as many people as possible.
What is going in disco form? Greetings. Thank you for stopping.
Hello, sir.
Let me ask.
Dots.
Before you ask me where I want to go, let me ask you something first.
Sure.
Good. Do you mind if we chat a bit while you drive me around?
I'm sorry, sir, but this is a silent taxi.
Oh, I see. It actually hung his head.
Dots.
Dots.
Is there anything else I can do for you?
You have offended the gods today, that's fine, no. No, thank you, that is all.
I just wanted to share my life story with you.
I'm afraid I don't do silent taxis.
That's fine, sir.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Sounds very final.
I like how the speech comes up, the way it's laid out.
What do you mean, the colours or the...
No, the shapes that it appears on.
Yeah, okay.
They come up in little crosses. I've just never seen speech displayed like that before.
That is a little different. I've also never seen a hat and or I do that, so... Hello.
Hello, sir. Welcome on board.
Thank you.
Dots. Awkward dots.
Oh, it actually tracks left and right, look, with the car. The bar on the T.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Where do you want to go, sir?
Oh, right. Ooh, what do we go with?
I mean, normally they ask you that before they start driving off.
They do, but it only seems to be the one road anyway, so... very, very frequent taxi service, so... I could give you an address.
Thank you, that's all I need.
But I won't, because I'm a dickhead. But you wouldn't know where to find it.
Oh. Huh? Sir, are you doubting my knowledge? I think I know this city well enough.
Not at all, quite the contrary. I'm relying on you completely tonight. It's just that, you see, time is a bizarre way of affecting the structure of a city.
That's for sure.
Things move around, new buildings appear, old buildings disappear. One thing is knowing how to find an address. Another thing is knowing your city inside out.
Awkward dots.
That's just one of the many reasons why I rely on taxi drivers to find my path. You know how to look into every nook and cranny. I think it was like start of like a look at my nook and cranny in the back of your taxi. Wrong kind of game.
If you don't mind me asking, sir, why do you like taxi drivers so much?
They taste good. Your choice on that, they're both equally creepy.
Say the first one, please.
I still remember the first 6 taxis.
Oh, you mean the new hybrid models?
No, the ones with horses. No, I mean the first 6 taxis that we ever had the privilege of riding the streets of Tokyo.
Oh my god, this guy's immortal. Huh? Oh wow.
Panjyoku Rokaka. Rokka? That's how we called them back in the days. Motor vehicle for general passengers and travellers. However, as you can imagine, that was too long, too complex. So shortly after, we just started calling them Takushi.
Takushi. Excuse me, what year are we talking about?
Well, that's easy. It was 1912.
1912, of course.
At the time, I didn't have any need for a taxi, so I never had the pleasure of riding one of those 6. I remember them clearly though, as newspapers covered the event thoroughly. It was late July. I think my first taxi ride can be dated back to 1921.
An early adopter, we may say.
Then, everything changed.
Well, it surely did. We are talking about a century ago.
11 years later, the earthquake hit.
11 years later, 1923. Are we talking about that earthquake?
Indeed we are. That's my turning point. Nowadays, I can only make sense of my erratic wanderings if I am riding a taxi at night. It's not creepy at all.
Only at night? Why is that?
There is almost no traffic at night. Not that I'm in a rush or anything. The city is simply more peaceful.
As a taxi driver, I can tell you that for sure. The traffic is much better at night. It's lighter. Also, people want to be driven all the way home, not just to the nearby destination.
I guess it means more money for you?
It does, but it's not just that. I love to exchange stories with my night passengers. They are always willing to share some.
Like me.
Exactly.
Well, thank you for sharing your knowledge with me and driving me around.
That's okay. Shall I pull over, sir?
Well, you already did, so it's
He's
totally given.
doing it anyway.
Shall I pull over? So, emergency stop! Throws the door open. Get out. Yes, please.
Here you go.
Same couple of bins. Thank you. Goodbye. I genuinely don't know if this game has an end or anything.
Goodbye.
Am I going to sprout wings, take off? Am I like an omen for nuclear weapons or something? I'm just going to blinding flash and light explode and take everything out. I do not know what is going on with this game. But there's another taxi coming in 3, 2, 1. It never ends.
The disco never ends.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Is this a silent taxi?
No, sir.
Thank goodness. Good.
Where shall I drive you?
I'm not sure yet. I've been living here for a long time, but this does not mean that I know where I want to go just yet.
Oh my god, has it looped? It's looped! Interesting.
Should we give it one more go through and pick different answers?
Can do.
So we went with
that one. Yeah.
So I doubt you would recognise the Tokyo. Yes, indeed. Even if I doubt you would recognise the Tokyo I used to know.
Do you live in the outskirts?
I tend to roam the entire island. Lately I've returned to explore the city. Parks and gardens are my favourite spots.
I see.
I've become obsessed with a few species of plants. I spend hours looking at them, their colours, the shape of their leaves, the geometry of their branches.
Nerd!
Nerd!
Oh. Why do you like these plants so much?
Let's go with top answers, because the camera moves around the car every time.
Ah, yes.
Oh, look, left indicate, straight ahead, turn right.
Oh my god, I never even noticed it.
Some plants are almost immortal. I feel connected to them.
Why is that?
When you don't have to worry about how much time you have left, everything slows down. I perceive time differently from you. I'm guessing a tree would too. At a certain point, I decided millenary trees could be the answer to my questions. I went on and visited one of them in Tsurugalka?
Yeah.
Hachimangu.
Did you find the answers you were looking for?
Not exactly. I felt less lonely though. I felt a connection, but I'm still here.
What kind of connection?
You see, these plants have lived through history. In a way, I did the same.
They've seen a lot, haven't they?
They have. For this reason, I look at them with different eyes. I deeply admire the resilience certain plants manifest. No matter what happens to them, they resist.
What type of plants can do that?
Well, ginkgo trees. Some of them survived the most lethal weapon man has ever created. They're called I can't pronounce that. So. Ibaku-Jimoku. Scientists were certain nothing could grow again in that area. Ginkgos proved them wrong.
You seem to know a lot about ginkgos. Yeah, not nearly as much as I'd like.
Let's do it. Not nearly as much as I'd like.
Oh, what do you mean?
I know their scientific name is the ginkgo biloba, and that biloba describes the shape of the trees. I know that the fleshy outer coat of their seeds has a strong smell. I know their bark has a corky texture, and I know the colour of their leaves in every season of the year.
And
what I don't know is where to find my ginkgo seeds.
Did you have some?
I did.
What happened to them?
We got run over like those little leaves in the road.
Yeah.
It's a long story.
So?
Tell me this long story. I don't want to impose.
Listen, my car is at your disposal for as long as the night lasts.
Fucking fantastic. Floor it, let's do some donuts right now. You are very kind. My story begins like this. I was in the garden holding some seeds in my hands, and that's the last shard of my past I can recall clearly. It's funny how I remember being alive thanks to the mundanity of my last actions. Just another Saturday in a vast collection of Saturdays. Late autumn is the right season to plant your ginkgo seeds, not September, so I had to put them away, you see, store them in a dark place.
Dots.
And then the earth beneath my feet started trembling. Fissures ripped the ground, everything crumbled. And all of a sudden something hit me, hard on the back of my head.
Huh? What happened next?
I fell on my knees, facing the back of the garden. Seas rolled away, and aftershock pushed me to the ground. I died, shielding the seeds with my body. My very last thought was dedicated to them. So obviously we're talking Nagasaki, Hiroshima or something like that. Are we not?
Oh God. Do you think they survived?
Let's go with I really hope so.
Yeah.
I really hope so. It would mean everything to me.
Given the magnitude of the events that you've described to me tonight, I really don't know what to say.
I know. You don't have to say anything.
I mean, I don't want to sound tragic.
I know what you're about to say. Please, stop.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I didn't want to upset you. But, you see...
I meant please stop the car.
Oh, sure. Here you go.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Oh, did we come to the right ending? Goodbye.
I don't know if there's a right ending, but...
You have reached your destination.
He's definitely got off somewhere different.
Yeah.
And cue another taxi.
Oh my God!
There's another taxi.
Oh my God, what if this is what the afterlife is you telling the story of how you died over and over again?
Maybe. Greetings. Thank you for stopping.
Hello, sir. Right, so then it's the same conversation again.
Well, do we go with something? What do we go with?
Well, this is the silent taxi, isn't it? This one. So just be silent.
Okay. Dots.
Many dots.
Dots.
Oh.
Dots.
Question mark.
Dots. Well, thank you. I enjoyed a moment of silence.
And you just ruined it. Shall I pull over, sir?
Yes, please.
Okay. Goodbye.
Goodbye. I don't know if this game has an end or it just keeps going round and round and round. If another taxi pulls up, I think I might just scream.
Prepare to scream.
I don't know what to do. 3, 2, 1.
Rough night, sir?
One of the many, unfortunately.
I'm sorry to hear that, sir.
My nights are endless. Oh,
yeah,
anyway.
we can see that. Do you suffer from insomnia, sir?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I don't need to sleep at all. I linger, suspended in the liminal space of your moving taxi.
Awkward dots.
I'm a wanderer. I have no fixed routes. I have no place to call home. I exist within the boundaries of my own tale. I have tailored my routine accordingly, night after night. I tell and retell my story to different taxi drivers, so that I won't forget why my existence is still on hiatus. I am a bird of passage that desperately tried to migrate between two worlds, and got stuck in one.
Oh, I see. Do you feel like telling me your story? Would that help?
You are very kind, thank you. And yes, it would definitely help.
Well, what are you waiting for? I'm all ears.
My story begins like this. Right, well, I'm going to call it there then. That was thoroughly bizarre and interesting.
Yeah.
If not a horror story at all, I expected him just to tear the taxi driver's head off at some point and start feasting on him.
No, I could tell it wasn't going to be a horror or anything. It was just going to be a surreal experience, yeah.
I would have so totally thrown a twist in there. It's like, I like taxi drivers at night. Why? They're defenseless. And just... That was Bird of Passage, everyone. Disco car, dead dude driving around telling his story. I'm not quite sure what else to say about that one. Thank you everyone for watching. Bye bye, and we'll see you with whichever one we do next.
Yes. Goodbye.
Bye bye.